is Robert, an ambassador for Christ, and as you know where I go, the kingdom goes. Remember, eat the fish, spit out the bones. Some things you may agree with, some things you may not. I'm going to talk to you today about the easiest way to find out what your dominant gift is, your dominant spiritual gift is, okay? And that's going by 1 Corinthians 12 verse 8, because as you know, there's 9 gifts of the Spirit, okay? So I'm going to show you how to find out your dominant one. And you know, you've got wisdom, you've got the Spirit, you've got the gift of wisdom, knowledge, healing, working of miracles, prophecy, discernment of spirits, diverse tongues, interpretation of tongues, and I think I've missed one. I think one of them's healing. I think I missed healing. So there's 9 gifts, and the way you find out what your dominant one is that what I found out over 20 years of being saved, that the more purer you become, in other words, the more of God you have, you start to move towards your dominant gift. Your dominant spiritual gift starts to come to the surface. So when you start to cut out all the junk, the world, cut out the worldly music, cut out the partying, the clubbing, cut out all the TV, the nonsense TV rubbish, and cut out all the gaming and all that. Cut that all out. When you start to cut that all out, and you start to increase the Bible, increase the Word, increase in worship, you start to become purer. Okay, I found out, for me personally, I start moving towards prophecy. Okay, in other words, God starts to speak to me. I start becoming my gift of seeing, a seer's gift. I start to see pictures. I start to see visions. I start to see the future. I start to see the Word of God in a picture form. God starts to show it to me in pictures, and I can come out with analogies to help people understand. And it's a prophetic gift. But I also move in diverse tongues as well. I'm talking different tongues, blah blah blah. And also I start moving in the discernment of spirit. So what am I trying to say to you is that the more pure you become, you'll start to see yourself moving, your dominant gift will start to come to the surface, whether it be words of wisdom, words of knowledge, healing, it will start to come to the surface. But now, if you're in the world doing all sorts of nonsense, your dominant gift is not going to show itself at all. You might see tiny little glimpses of it, but you won't see it. Now this is where it gets powerful. When you start to see your dominant gift come to the surface, start to exercise it, start to use it more. Even just start to get into using it. For example, if your dominant gift is healing, start praying for sick people, start praying for healing, start laying your hands on people, start using that gift, start breaking up the fallow ground, start using it more and more often. This is quite deep as well. You know what, right? I find out that, you know, if you're having problems in the world, like you've got worldly mentality and things like that, and you know that your dominant gift, in the back of your mind, you know that in previous times your dominant gift has been healing, then start praying for people for healing. And after a while, that spirit of healing will start to raise up inside you, and all the worldly stuff, you'll stop doing it. Use it as an entrance point to get back to God, if I can say, in other words. So what am I saying now? Is that the more pure you become, the more dominant your gift starts to pop to the surface, you can start using it more, and it starts to manifest more, and it becomes easier to use. When it comes to prophecy, for example, if your dominant gift is prophecy, then you better start prophesying. You might get it wrong, but after a while, if you keep using that gift, you start getting it right all the time. So you've got to keep on doing it, keep on using it. So that's how you find out what your dominant gift is, your dominant spiritual gift. Give yourself over to Christ more, give yourself to God more, and become more purer, and then your dominant gift will come to the surface and you can start to use it. It's Robert, an ambassador for Christ, and as you know where I go, the kingdom goes. You know, remember, like, subscribe, share, and all the rest of it, and I shall see you guys tomorrow.